What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Sly Geordie and welcome back to F1 24 driver career mode for the Spanish Grand Prix. And if you missed last episode, well, it was a really good race at the Canadian Grand Prix. We looked pretty much set, like we had a great race already, and we looked pretty much set to take another P5. But then a safety car occurs because of our teammate, Alex Albon. He spun out and basically blocked a lot of the track. He fell all the way down, like, outside of the points. He was running in P9, so it is very unfortunate. But yeah, he makes a mistake. Safety car comes out, and we overtake both Lando Norris and Piastri, and we are and hell, photo finish right at the end, overtaking Sergio Perez to take P2. So as of right now, we are actually P2 in the driver's standings, and Williams are P4 in the constructors' standings. Now, I don't think we're going to finish in P4. Hell, we could still lose to Aston Martin yet, so you never know. Actually, I don't think we'll lose to Aston Martin because Lance Stroll, he's really not picking up the points. So for us, it's about staying in front of Fernando Alonso in the driver's standings to make sure that we finish ahead of Aston Martin in the constructors. But of course, yeah, there is Mercedes right on our heels. Lewis Hamilton just needs to start picking up the points as he did finish outside of the points in that race. Maybe down to the safety car, who knows, but yeah, George Russell has definitely been the best performer out of the two, and it shows in the driver's standings. But yeah, we fitted a bunch of new parts for that Canadian Grand Prix, so there's no real need to properly look at that. We've just got the Spanish Grand Prix next, which I feel like we should do pretty well at. Who knows though? We got the power unit consultant. What does he want from us? Achieve a position of 11th or better in qualifying, or achieve 3 purple sectors during a race weekend. Okay, let's do this one. And we got something for our chassis person. Complete 10 laps during a race weekend. Stress test any tyres to above 30% wear during the weekend. Okay, let's go for that one, because I think it's pretty much guaranteed that we'll be doing 10 laps. What about our durability guy? In practice, complete a lap using at least 2 sets of tyres, or spend over 50 seconds in 5th gear. Alright, let's do that one. That first one. And what about our practice program person? Complete a driven lap in 2 different sessions. That one's easy. Alright. So, we got a new rival after that Canadian Grand Prix, and it is Sergio Perez. I was really hoping it would be like Alonso or something like that, but I guess not. It's just Sergio Perez, who is going to be really difficult to beat considering he's in the best car on the grid, but we'll see. But yeah, we got a bunch of upgrades hopefully coming in. The front wing end plates, turbo improved materials, stators, the MG UK improved materials, and gearbox reliability testing, and we've already failed one of them. Great.
Issue on the production line earlier this week, and the entire development package for the weekend has failed.
Right, so this one's not going to come until the next Grand Prix. That's sad. Okay, what about these two? Yes, they are both coming into the car, and we got that one too, and we couldn't get them all, I suppose. Let's have a look how much that's going to be then. 281, so we're just about missing out on that. We could probably get that after the next session, but yeah. We really wanted that, and that ain't going to come until well after the Austrian Grand Prix, so that's going to take us a while. But yeah, let's have a look at the R&D and see where we are in terms of progress history. We got, oh well, it's not really counting it just yet. It counts it in the vehicle performance comparison though, so I guess we'll see we'll have a closer look as we go into our race weekend. So first of all, I want to actually see if we're even live. If we're not, I'm going to be fuming. Let's have a look, because I've already got into the race now. If we're not, I'm going to be fuming. Okay, we're good. We're good. My phone's on 19%, so I'm going to have to stick that on charge in a second. But yes, here we go. So, oh, now my controller battery's low as well. Jesus, everything's failing right now. Okay. Let's have a look, see then. progress history. All right, so Red Bull bringing in upgrades into the weekend. We've got McLaren bringing in some minor upgrades. We've got Ferrari bringing in a major upgrade. Mercedes, same with them. And we are pretty much in line with VCarb. VCarb are very, very close to us right now, so that's something to keep an eye on. Haas and Alpine are pretty close, and Kick Sauber are still the worst team on the grid. R&D wise anyway, let's actually have a look at the constructors. Haas actually have a point. Yes, Nico Hulkenberg gets that 1 point for Haas in the last session, and of course Alpine have been improving quite a bit as well. Gasly got those 2 points for them in Monaco. Alright, Kick Sauber have 2 points as well. Valtteri Bottas got a P9 in Canada. So they took advantage of the safety car, so good for them. So pretty much every team now, apart from VCarb, have points, which is so weird because VCarb are actually the best out of those bottom 4 teams, you know. And at the beginning of the game, they're actually the best out of the bottom 5. So for VCarb to be the only ones without points, especially with their driver lineup, it makes no sense to me. But yeah, here we go. Time to get into FP1 for the Spanish GP. I'm just sticking my phone on charge.
Welcome to Spain.
The hell?
It's a track they know oh so very well.
I thought the game would switch language for a second then. Alright. Stick this on charge. Let's do this. Bunch of new upgrades on the car. Should be good. Alright. So car setup.
About the new parts that have come in from the factory, right? Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick.
Alright, so I'm going to do what I usually do with the car setup on the default setups, and that is 2 extra on the front downforce, 2 extra to 60% on the engine braking, and 50% front brake bias. Tyre pressure, we'll evaluate that as we do our laps. So first of all, we've got track acclimatization to do. Let's go.
There'll be a lack of rubber out on track, so take it easy for the first couple of laps.
He is watching us? Ooh. What on earth are you on about? Alright, let's go. So it's been a few days since I played the career mode. I thought I'd take a little break off of it for a couple of days. I've also checked our ranked statistics. And we're still top of the ranked leaderboard, so there's no real need to really go into that today. Yeah, it's been a while since I went around Spain. I don't even remember doing this in the last season of MyTeam, so we might not have done it. I'm not too sure. I think we did actually. Yeah, I remember the thumbnail now. But yeah, the track's been a lot better ever since they removed that last chicane. I won't lie, if that chicane was still there, I won't be putting it in the calendar from Season 2 onwards. Bit of steering issue with the hards right now. A lot of understeer. But here we go, about to kick off our first lap. It just won't steer. Oh god, I don't like the hards right now. Is it because they're cold or something? No, temperature looks fine. Alright.
Okay, DRS zone coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
It does not want to turn around some of these corners. That's second off the pace, well, compared to soft tyres, of course, but yeah, these hards might not be viable for the race, to be quite honest. We'll see how it is on the second lap anyway. Alright, that feels a lot better, I won't lie. So much better. There we go, perfect.
Job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Alright, we'll do one more lap on these. But there's a lot of understeer on these hards. So I think we might be looking at a soft to medium strategy depending on how much wear the softs have, but that is a lot of wear on the front left. Tyre wear is so much better on this game than the last one, I will say that. All the tracks basically wore the tyres the same in the last game. Like, there were some, like, exceptions, but they were, like, really rare, and it would never happen during the first season. This actually been a quicker lap, a much quicker lap. So I think they just take a little bit longer to rubber in.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
%10 on the lefts after 4 laps, that's crazy. Definitely got a decreased tyre pressure. Okay, gotta get used to that pit entry. Alright, Alex is out setting some laps right now. Okay, Right, so let's go into the setup and definitely decrease front, like the left tire pressures for sure. Keep these ones the same, perhaps. Yeah, we'll keep them the same. If we run into an issue with it, then like whatever. All right, tire management.
Standing by.
Okay. There we go. I was just testing the audio, see if we're all good, and we are. Let's go then. Let's see how the mediums compare. Definitely feels so much better compared to the hards. It's not even close.
Because temperature's so important for your tyres, cool down laps are now vital after a push lap so that we don't light up the rubber too much. Not to mention recharging the battery.
Of course. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh, that's a lot of wear in that first corner. How are we going to get that to purple? Towards the end of the lap we could definitely get that to purple. That is a lot less tyre wear through there. Oh, that is beautiful. Big improvement. We're in the purple. Might need to use a bit of overtake towards the end of the race to make, to the end of the lap to make up for the lack of speed, but might not even have to do that. That was a lot of tyre wear in that section. Just ease the car through the corner there. Beautiful. Too slow, you motherfucker. We did so well then. Yellow flags behind. What happened there? Was that Hamilton? Oh, Hamilton locks up. Okay, we really need to improve right now. It's not looking good. There we go, into purple. Just try not to put too much stress on the tyres. That corner puts a lot of stress on the tyres. But we've done it.
Okay, test
There you
complete.
go.
That was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
Let's go. Yeah, I think the practice programs are much better balanced now, but then again, I'm coming from like maxed out MyTeam cars where all the practice programs are borderline impossible at a certain point.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Tyre wear's not too bad, like the left side of the car takes the brunt of it. But yeah, let's pit and wrap up FP1. Ooh. Okay. I feel like we can go kind of quick into that pit entry, but I don't want to push it to the edge like that again. Jesus. That was scary. We only just made that. But there you go. That was a pretty good practice session from us. So, no complaints from me. Alright. Alright, may as well just retire from the session then, because that's us done.
What an incredible practice session.
Albon does pretty well, 115.2.
Join us again as the
But then again,
weekend unfolds.
a lot of those cars are like a second ahead, over a second ahead, so yeah, I don't think we'll be catching McLaren anytime soon. But at least somebody on our team's testing the hards, the softs, because it can't be me right now. Anyway, FP2, time for the most important practice program, and that is race strategy. And at this rate, since we did all the objectives on the other two, we might not even have to do FP3, you know? That might be like really pointless for us to do, so yeah. Let's go on to the mediums now. Once again.
Okay, track's green right now, so
I'm
take a
pushing.
few laps to get the tyres up to temp and get yourself in the zone.
So ain't no tyre management involved here. We are absolutely going to be pushing these tyres to the fullest. See where they end up. Energy store is depleting a little bit. I did notice that last episode. It's gone down to 96%. That's fine though. But yeah, I do like how the energy store is going to be a lot more important now, because if you guys remember in F1 23, we barely ever replaced the energy store, like throughout the entire series. I think we only really did it once, which is crazy. You know, I think after season 1 we just didn't need to worry about the energy store at all. So yeah, in this game, it looks to be much more important. So, we'll see how that goes. Oh, I didn't start the fucking program. I'm an idiot, man. I didn't even start the program. Right, let's go again. Flying lap this time. That's the second time I've done that. I did that last episode. Just completely forgot to start the program altogether.
Consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work into a race strategy.
Of course. And I want this up. Here we go. Goal completed. Which one was that then? Oh, we got multiple goals completed. Awesome. Let's have a look at those. Completing a lap using different sets of tyres. We did that ages ago though. And then there's the purple one. Oh god. That's what I get for pausing in the middle of a turn. Look at how much wear is on the left side of on the left tyres. Sheesh. Wow. Nearly a second off the pace when it comes to the softs. Like, there is a massive difference between the softs and all the other tyres. There we go.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers. Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Yeah, there's a lot of wear on the left, so that's definitely something to keep an eye on. Alright. I think that pit entry felt a lot safer. I don't know how much time we would lose from doing it like that, but I don't want to be picking up penalties, you know? Oh, now the maximum capacity is 95%, you can see that there. So we've lost 1% on the energy store. Again, it's not too bad, but yeah, definitely something worth keeping an eye on. Alright, let's have a look at those, let's have a look at the data then. Did we get everything done pretty much? 4 or 5. Okay, yeah. It's not really worth doing a third practice session then, is it? You know? We can skip that.
If today's practice is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula One.
Norris and Stroll didn't even do laps in that session. I wonder if they were replacing parts in R&D then, because that's really rare. I don't think I ever saw that happen in F123. So the only way I think they wouldn't set laps is if they were replacing engine components, perhaps. You know? But yeah, we're skipping, we're skipping FP3. No point in doing that, no point wasting engine components on a session that wouldn't matter. Yeah, I know we haven't tested the softs, but I feel like we already know what they're going to be like, I suppose. And we always make it through Q1. We've never been eliminated in Q1. I don't want to jinx it, but we've never been eliminated in Q1, so... yeah, I feel like we'll get our soft testing out in that session. Alright. Well, given the laps we ran in testing, you probably already know everything there is to know about this track, right? But I'd be remiss if I didn't mention turn 7 and 9. pretty much the car is going to try and swap ends through 7 pretty much every lap, so be ready to deal with that. And if you mess up the entry for the flat out right hander of 9, back out early. If you try to keep your foot down offline, you're going straight into the gravel trap. There is an escape road there, but I don't think they've used it since 94, so don't expect much grip. Okay. I have high expectations of you for this session, so give it everything you've got. In particular, it's important to qualify ahead of Albon. Beating your teammate is always the first measure of your performance. Literally a copy and paste email from the old Emma ones from, like, you know, F1 2020 backwards. Alright. It is time for qualifying. Let's go!
It's a Catalonian qualifying for you today. Welcome along to Spain, to Barcelona, and wherever you are in the world. Do you feel the need? The need for speed?
That's another EA game. Alright. Okay, so this is going to be our test of the soft tyres.
Check's complete. Everyone be aware, we've got a car leaving the garage.
Let's go put out a banker lap. Right, so obviously we don't want to cause too much wear on the outlap. Yeah, this is it. Q1 of the Spanish Grand Prix. Let's see where we are as opposed to everybody else. We haven't really tested the softs yet, but I bet they're going to be awesome. At least for the first lap anyway. Got an Aston Martin behind us. It is Alonso. So we're going to let him pass. Oh, okay. The AI is so weird sometimes. Alright, let's go. Alonso is going to get a slipstream off of me, unfortunately. I'm going to move out his way a little bit. I don't want him to get a full slipstream off of me. But we might have to prioritise our own lap. Of all people it could have been, it's Alonso, the guy that I'm really trying to keep behind in the standings. God, he's going to screw up his own lap doing that. He should have just gone ahead of me. The AI is so weird. Okay, Alonso was quicker than us because he had our slipstream the whole bloody time. Lucky bastard. He did that on purpose. The AI did that on purpose. Let me go in front so he could get my bloody slipstream. Damn it. He wasn't that much quicker, to be fair. I feel like without that slipstream we would have been quicker than Alonso, but not quicker than Hamilton. So Mercedes are quicker than us on this particular circuit. Maybe they've caught up in terms of the powertrain. Of course, for the last few rounds we have been the most powerful engine on the grid. funnily enough, somehow. I don't know how. I mean, the Mercedes is the best engine anyway, so I guess it is possible, but in real life, that's just not how it would work. Okay, but that's a pretty decent start, to be honest. That would bring us easily into Q2. Right. Let's go set our proper lap then. Yeah, it's looking good right now. We're beating all the people that we'd want to beat, like Stroll and Ricciardo. I was going to ask, why is it not going over 95%, but that's our maximum capacity now, isn't it? I forgot about that. Alright, here we go. Quicker than our first lap so far. Just about. That was more or less the same lap, not nearly enough improvement, and maybe a little waste. maybe we could have just left it and saved a set of tyres for Q2. Yeah, so I don't think there was much track evolution in that race, at least for me anyway, in that quali. But our teammate makes it through as well. Who is eliminated? It is Esteban Ocon, Kevin Magnussen, Zhou Guanyu, Nico Hulkenberg and Valtteri Bottas. So the eliminations are no real surprise. Both V-Carbs make it through. Gasly's through. Yeah. No real surprises for that session, to be honest. Pretty much how you'd expect. I mean, a Ferrari is in P9. I think that was Charles Leclerc, so that's a little surprising. But other than that, no real surprises there for that session. Alright, Q2. Guess it's the same story as before, isn't it? We'll just go out, set a banker, and then go back out in the last 6 minutes. In the hopes of making it through to Q3, and judging from that Q1, it looks like that we will. We'll see though. Albon is pretty close to us, which is exactly what we want. already a waste of a bunch of tyre wear. Just didn't know what I was doing there, to be honest. Gonna have to save that ERS back up now. Alright. Let's do this. Hopefully there'll be a lot more track evolution in this session. A little bit wide there. Took a lot of curve, that'll cause some damage. That might actually put us out of the session if it was floor damage. I mean, it doesn't say anything on the MFD. Usually it does if I picked up damage, and usually the engineer also talks to us as well, but I don't know. Oh god, slower than Sonoda. That's not a good lap. That is not a good lap. Yeah, it's imperative that we do a second one now. We're fucked. Let's see what Albon's doing. He's out right now. He's actually coming around the final corner. So here is Alexander Albon. He's going to cross the line in P11, so we're actually still quicker than him. The V-Carbs have just set like a really good lap, so they're looking really strong on this track, which is not a good sign for us. Really not a good sign, actually, because Gasly, Perez and Sainz are still yet to set their laps, and that puts us in the bottom. That puts us out. So a V-Carb might make it through. Either Sonoda or Ricciardo will make it through. So we really need to set a good lap if we want to get into Q3 now. Alright. Now or never. We've lost another percentage on the energy store. It's now 94%. Okay. Right, we need to do better this lap. Otherwise we're out in Q2. So obviously we know the car doesn't have the pace to be in Q3, but we need to push the car as much as possible.
Okay, we've been pushed down to P12.
P12 and Albon is P15. So Williams not looking quick right now. Right, here we go. Hey, what's up, Jigsaw? It's not looking good so far. That corner was a lot better. Do you know me? I've seen you on the channel before, bro. Pretty sure I have, anyway. I want to see if I can push this lap to over a 10th.
And we've dropped to P12.
2 tenths, okay. Bit slower around that final corner, but there you go. Oh, and it's still not enough. That is us out of qualifying. We were able to beat Sano this time, but wow. That is not good. So that's us out of qualifying. We're probably going to place even lower than P11, to be honest. Ouch. Yeah. So I've noticed about this Williams, it's very inconsistent. Very, very inconsistent. But we'll see how we do in the race. Our race pace has always been better than our qualifying pace. So, you know, we still got that. But yeah, that is us out of Spain qualifying in Q2. Only just though.
2 minutes remaining in the session. We need a good lap here or we're out of qualifying. Come on.
We are out of qualifying. There's no point going for another lap. I pushed that as far as I could. But yeah, the V-carbs definitely brought in some upgrades and were quicker than us, unfortunately. It's fine though. P11 would still be a good start, but we don't know how well Sonoda's going to do. Or Gasly, or Stroll for that matter. Stroll, of course, is in the Aston Martin, so you never know. But yeah, it's not good from us. Not good at all. I'm not like, I don't feel hard done by that performance though. I did put in the best laps I possibly could. And yeah, that's what happened, unfortunately. Let's have a look at Yuki then. He's setting his lap now. We're not going to be able to see them actually, so yeah. Oh! Albon sets a good lap. He's actually in Q3. Oh my god, he's beating me in qualifying. Albon just makes it through. We get knocked down to P14, so okay, maybe my performance just wasn't good around this track. Wow. P14 is where we're starting. Our teammate makes it to Q3, and he could go even higher than P10. You don't know. But yeah, that is us out of qualifying, and Albon puts in a great lap. Probably got a slipstream, to be honest, because I know our car doesn't have the pace. I know our car didn't have the pace for that, so Albon 100% got a slipstream. That really helped him through there. But yeah, that is not good. I think that might be our worst qualifying performance of the season, right? I don't know. Monaco we did pretty bad, but I don't think it was P14 levels of bad. Alright, it's that time again, I guess. You nervous? Well, I'm sure you're keeping a calm head. Just try and visualise the first lap like we discussed. Turn on overtake mode for the start. Not too aggressive into turn 1 as there isn't enough margin for error. Watch for opportunities into turn 2 and then back off on the ERS and settle into a comfortable rhythm. Hopefully we avoid damage and we'll be all set for a good race. Have fun out there. Alright people, time for the race. P14 is where we're starting. Albon, what a lap from him. He got into the top 10. Definitely got some slipstream, but yeah, our car definitely isn't strong around this track, so we'll see what we can do from P14. Hopefully, maybe we'll get a safety car. Wouldn't that be great? But yeah, we were pretty lucky with that in Canada. I don't think we'll be lucky this time, so we'll have to have a good strategy and just race well, pretty much. Oh man, genuinely would have thought the loading would have been quicker on current gen, but apparently not. Not for the race anyway.
Here in Barcelona over the years. Do you remember Max Verstappen's first win on debut for Red Bull here in 2016? 2 years before, we had the dramatic coming together of Hamilton and Rosberg going towards turn 4. There's always a treat in store as we head back to the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya for the Spanish Grand Prix. It's an updated track at Catalunya, and we welcome the removal of the chicane in the final sector, shortening lap times and reducing the total running to 2.9 miles and 14 turns. This was actually the original setup for the track. It hasn't been used since 2007.
That's not been updated. That was last year's dialogue. It has been used since 07. It was used last year, Crofty.
From pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Perez, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Sainz, Russell, Hamilton, Albon.
Why we got a championship rivalry with Perez, man? He's gonna wipe the absolute floor with us.
Ocon, Magnussen, Joe.
He's got the best car on the grid. Like, that's just not fair.
Begins the race from the back of the grid.
Like, I wish we could have had a choice, because wow, Perez is too much, man.
So I'm sure there'll be plenty to talk about this afternoon, and who's going to talk about it with us? Naomi Schiff. Hi, Naomi. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race, but I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to cars and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
All right.
Okay, mate, Mark here. Quick radio check. Right, we're hoping for another strong podium this weekend, so go get out there and get us a result.
What data are you looking at? It's clear that we're not strong this weekend. We're lucky we even have a car in the top 10, mate. A podium. You're looking for a podium. You're hoping for a podium when I'm starting from P14. What are you on, bro? Okay, I knew we were going to start on the softs. Alright, softs to mediums. Let's go. Looks like a lot of people behind us are starting on those same tyres. I can see Albon in the distance, but I can't see him, but I can see his name tag. Alright, so we got the V-carbs to get past.
We need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please. So weather shouldn't play a factor today. We're expecting it to remain dry all the way through.
Alright. That right tyre, front right doesn't want to warm up. At least not the way I need it to. If anything, it's just sitting at 67. Yeah, there's nothing more I can really do with that.
Decent parking. Let's try and get a good launch as the lights go out.
Decent's better than bad. Oh, I forgot how quickly this starts. And we are underway. Let's see if we can get past Ricciardo. Yes, we can. Ocon's got a really good start, but he's boxed in. So I'm not going to worry too much about him.
The energy store's depleting, reducing our overall capacity.
Oh, collision there.
The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop.
Collision between the two former AlphaTauri teammates, Gasly and Tsunoda. We are really struggling with the handling of the car. We're already down to 22% ERS. That is not good. Okay. But we've caught up to our teammate. It's a really good start from us in P11. And we're actually gaining a lot of ERS now, switching it off. So let's just see what we can do. Albon really trying to battle with Hamilton.
That was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you.
Hamilton, I think Albon kind of backed off a little bit. We're touching the gravel a little bit as Gasly is pressuring us. I'm going to make sure he didn't get that. But we're going to struggle on this next straight now, due to the lack of ERS, most likely.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Right, I don't want to really fight with my teammate, to be honest. He deserves to be ahead of me. He had a better qualifying, but I know we're quicker than him in race conditions, so we're just going to have to see what happens. It might just come down to who has the better strategy going into the pits, you know? Yeah, at this point, the team's probably going to want us to defend this position, or, well, defend Albon's position, and save our ERS. Gasly's looking for the pass.
Keep on him, he might make a mistake.
And we're looking for the repass. There you go. It's a good defence there. Saved a lot of ERS on that as well. Albon's on the medium, so he's looking for a longer stint. So I think since we'll have an earlier pit stop, we'll be able to undercut him anyway. Because he's already lost a lot of time to Hamilton, to be quite honest. So maybe we might need to pass him, because we are the quicker car, to be honest. Well, we would be anyway. But we've got so much understeer on this car, it's not even funny. I think I'm going to set some extra downforce. Might unsettle the car a little bit, having a lot, quite a bit more downforce on the front and the rear, but something needs to change because we're getting a lot of understeer. Right, I sense a pass happening on our teammate. Just gotta stay close to him here. He's out of DRS from Hamilton, 100%. So... I wish there were team orders, because at this point, team would definitely tell Albon to let me pass, because we're losing so much time to the pack in front. Oh god, too much curb. That's completely screwed up our strategy there, I think, in trying to overtake him on this lap. We'll give it a go regardless. We do have DRS, but maybe not enough DRS. Very aggressive there. Gonna have to go off track to defend that properly. But there's the overtake. But yeah, we've lost so much time to the pack in front now because of that. Should have just let me pass. Oh, yellow flags! What the fuck just happened to Albon? No ways he just made another mistake. He's locked up. Yeah, we're not doing that, bro. You're not having 2 mistakes in 2 races, like, absolutely not. He's going for the pass down the inside. Whoa! Lost a bit there. Yeah, and he didn't lock up this time. Damn it, okay. That's the trade-off for keeping Albon in the race. He's so slow though. I'm going to get a much cleaner pass, and I'm going to squeeze him out a bit there, because, like, why are you defending against me, bro? You know? Costing the team time, precious points. I mean, obviously I could play the team game and,
okay, be careful.
you know,
You're gonna start losing
stay behind Albon, but my pace is quicker than Albon, so there is a chance we could get more than 1 point, and if there's a chance we could get more than 1 point, why would I just sit behind Albon? There is a storm going on outside. Don't know if you guys heard that, but I bloody heard that. That was thunder. Yellow flags ahead, guys.
The gap that we're trailing the car ahead
It is
5.8 seconds.
somebody. It's Hamilton.
I've got some information on Hamilton for you. Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car.
And there you go, double points for Williams as of right now with that. So the strategy changes. Albon's passing us. I'm not going to make it difficult for him. Now I'm going to turn overtake on. Gasly gets DRS. I'm going to try and work together with Albon to box Gasly in. And retain.
Experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible.
Retain this double
Green flag.
double points for Williams right now. Gasly is still there. I'm trying to squeeze him as much as possible. Look at that boost out the corner. Very aggressive from Pierre there. So I'm going to give him a little bit of a receipt as well. Pretty much cut us off. Like, any closer that would have took my wing off.
Top 10 now. Keep it up.
And now, with that fighting with Gasly, we've actually lost DRS range to Albon. So we're going to be an absolute sitting duck down the straight, and I doubt Albon's going to slow down to try and give us DRS neither. We have lost so much time to the top 8. We're pitting on lap 10, Jesus. That's a long time from now.
Window and you're going to be on medium.
I think it's a strategy change.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
We have definitely reached the end of these softs for sure. I mean, look at this. 50% tyre wear. You really think I want to go 3 more laps on nearly 50% tyre wear? No. Nada. So we're gonna pit early onto the hards, and then go to the end of the race on them. The hards felt terrible in FP1, but I just don't feel as if we have a choice. Maybe Albon had the right idea starting on mediums. Whew, perfect. Alright, here we go. Optimal turn-in. Pit crew, on your top form, please.
We had an issue attaching the right
You
rear
dickheads.
wheel. I know it's not ideal, but let's try and put that behind us now and get back into this race.
Oh, are you serious?
Safety car deployed. Safety
Ah!
car deployed. Watch your Delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack. Okay, watch
That
your
is
pace.
quite
The
possibly...
car is out. There appears to have been an issue with multiple stock vehicles on the track. Pit
That is
strategy
quite possibly
complete.
the worst
See these tyres
thing.
through to the end now. Okay,
Pierre Gasly has been disqualified. There he is. Oh, he's out. We got past the safety car. That might be the worst timed safety car I have ever experienced in my entire life. We've just pitted for hards, and the safety car came out then. Do you realise how much we would have gained had we just stayed out? That is awful. So it doesn't even matter that the pit crew screwed up. That is quite possibly the worst thing that ever could have happened. We're going to be now at the back of the grid. So the safety car really helped us out last episode. It has now completely ruined our race.
Adjust your ERS mode and your MFD if you need to.
It's now completely ruined our race in the next one. Literally the worst thing that ever could have happened. We're not going to score points now. What is this Delta right now? See if we can get in front of a bunch of these guys now that the Delta's gone off, and that will be us in P13. So that's a little better, but that's completely ruined Albon's race as well.
The car ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres.
Albon's been undercut, I think, by some people. So I think our pit crew just had issues with Albon as well. Let's have a look at the race director. Okay, let's see who's pit. Everybody is pit. So our pit crew has completely screwed up for the both of us now. Oh man, that is just typical. The moment I want to pit early, that happens. We're going to be in huge trouble now. That was quite possibly the worst thing that could have happened. Now, I bet we could still keep up with a Sauber and a Haas, so we could still get the pass on them. It'll be Stroll and Ocon in front, so I think we could still get back into the points. It is just going to be a bit of a ball ache. That could have been double Williams points, but Albon must have had an issue with the pit crew as well. Didn't even manage to get a proper outlap on the hards. That is such a crying shame. The worst timed safety car ever. It'll make for a good short though. Okay, we want to keep an eye on these tyre temps now. So how long is the safety car going to stay out then? Because it didn't last that long last episode. I think it barely went a full lap, to be honest. With the queue anyway. So who knows? Might get another short safety car here.
Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this
Wow.
lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line.
Does
Stay
the
in
safety
position
car just
until the green
not
flag.
last long at all on this game? Usually, isn't it meant to last like 2 laps? I don't mind it in the game form, to be quite honest, because in F1 23 it would feel like it took so long. So I don't mind it as long as like on higher race distances it's still the same. Because some people want to race this for like a simulation, don't they? Turn your boat. Right, let's see if we can get Bottas.
Okay, clear.
It's going to be difficult. But I think he over-defended there. We might just be able to get around the outside. He's still there though.
Okay, mate, we're not using as much fuel as we predicted, which means we've got extra performance in hand. So let's push, and use it all up.
Wow. So much fighting with Valtteri here. But I think that's the pass done. Just about. There's so much understeer on these hards though, they are atrocious. So if we get back into the points, I think it's going to be a bit of a miracle, to be honest. We're already out of DRS range on Magnussen, that is literally worst case scenario. This car feels awful around here. How Albon got it into Q3, like it must be slipstreaming, because no way this car at normal pace gets into Q3 around here. No way.
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
I'm not going to fight Bottas. Unless he's side by side with us going into this corner. This is awful. Literally worst case scenario. And we've got 10 laps of this now. I don't even want to do it. Like... Alright, I think on the next lap we're going to turn hot lap on to see if maybe we could catch up to Magnussen. Hopefully there'll be some fighting going on ahead. But yeah, our luck appears to have completely ran out here. I don't know how I meant to get that fuel load below 18 kg within a couple of laps, to be honest. Oh wow, DRS failure. Everything, oh my god.
DRS, you will not be able to open the rear wing. We're working on a fix. Stay out for now. Okay,
What?
keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 1.9 seconds.
This is quite frankly the worst weekend we could have had. Why am I fighting them so hard? I mean, I'm not. They're just not making a solid pass on me, so it's like I've just got to drive as I can with the space I have. But yeah, after the highs of last episode, this is just, wow. We would have been solid, like, in the points if we'd have stayed out. Everything that could have gone wrong this weekend went wrong. Everything, bro.
Okay, mate, that still wasn't quite what we needed, I'm afraid, but look, let's move on. Get your head down and chin up and focus till the end of the race.
Alright, that's Bottas past us. We're going to be holding up a lot of these cars now, unfortunately. I think we're going to end up finishing last place. What a shame. Literally everything that could have gone on wrong went wrong. Just going to let them pass us at this point. I think we're going to retire the car. The race is pretty much over anyway. I guess we'll keep going for the experience, you know. Right, yeah, because we need that experience attribute. But if this was F1 23, I would have retired the car. Worst time safety car I've ever had, and I don't think it will ever get that bad again. That was awful, honestly. We're not even fighting for anything at this point. It's just, ugh. Yeah, I'm just gonna let them all pass me.
Don't forget about the overtake ERS mode in your MFD. It's a good boost, but drains quickly,
Shut
so
up.
use it with caution. Push, push.
Right,
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
we're retiring the car. DRS fault. Worst time safety car ever, like, you know, it's just going to be literal torture just going through this knowing that, well, we've got nothing. There's nothing we can do. On the wrong tyres as well, like if I knew it was going to be a safety car, I would have gone onto the mediums.
Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more.
So it's like, we've got no pace compared to everybody else here. It's whatever, saves our engine components and we move on to the next weekend with a clean slate. That's a shame. after a pretty decent first... I mean, no, the whole weekend was pretty shitty, but that went from bad to worst. Like, why are you putting new tyres on the car?
Another Spanish Grand Prix is over.
Oh, a McLaren one. Who was it? It was Lando.
Far down the grid to win the race. Those days.
Max still gets the P2.
Our drivers are making...
So yeah, there you go. Lando Norris picks up the win.
After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out?
And we've moved down to P4 in the standings.
As we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
That is a big shame. We've moved out. Yeah, we've been moved all the way down to P6 after that. Literally the worst weekend we possibly could have had. I can't even get the highlights up, so yeah. Let's just get a thumbnail while we can. There we go. That is I couldn't get you know, a shot of the safety car coming out of the pits, unfortunately. Wow. Wow. that was the worst one. Perkfection. Earn 4 perks from your specialists as any driver in driver career. Yeah, look. How on earth am I going to beat Sergio Perez in a championship rivalry? It's a Williams versus a Red Bull, bro. Come on. Experience goes down, racecraft goes up, awareness goes up, pace goes up, awesome. Focus, wow! Because we DNF'd, wow! Jesus, we lost so many points from that. Okay, so I guess that discourages future DNFs, I suppose. Wow. New perk unlocked for the power unit. Let's go. Alright. Well, that was a pretty sad end to the thing. Yeah, to the race, to the weekend, to the episode. Pretty sad episode all around, to be honest. Move cam? How about no? How about no? Eat a dick, bro. Alright, yeah, that was a pretty shocking weekend. A DNF in Spain. I knew the car was bad around the track, but genuinely we were on for maybe even double points. But I think the pit crew screwed up on Albon's pit stop as well as ours, and even if they didn't, it was the worst timed safety car of all time. So we'll just leave that in the past. We'll move on to the Austrian Grand Prix. It will be a sprint weekend, so there's a lot more points up for grabs in the next episode. So guys, thank you all so much for watching this episode of F124 Driver Career. If you guys liked it, be sure to hit that like button as hard as you possibly can, comment, share and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Until next time, peace.